Okay, okay. Pin. सत्रह करना तू
Satyanarayana sir, over to you. Yeah.
Just start.
ये बंद कर निकाल दो ना अभी हो गया ना
ले लिया वीडियो
Should I start now or
सत्रह
Satya?
Please start, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it's my proud privilege to extend my greetings to all of you on the occasion of 73rd Republic Day. On this day, the Constitution of India was gifted to the nation by the Constitution Assembly in 1950, proclaiming our country as a sovereign democratic republic. It has provided the framework for fundamental rights, principles of state policy, and the fundamental duties of all citizens. This is truly a national festival day celebrated by all the citizens of India, regardless of their religion, caste, and creed. On this day, we also say our respects to our armed forces who make supreme sacrifices so that you and me can live peacefully. Our institute is now 76 years old, and our efforts should be to fulfill our mandate by continuing to do excellent basic research. This doesn't prevent us from engaging in nationally relevant projects where one can use our basic research ideas to deliver systems that could be used by the public. It is heartening to see many of my colleagues are engaged, like in the last year, to help the people at large using their knowledge gained from their basic research. Even during the pandemic time, I'm happy to say that our colleagues have produced many important results in all fields we have engaged in. I cannot describe all of them, but I'm going to say a few of them here in this address. Biologists from Colaba campus uncover hitherto unknown mechanism that regulate the robustness of information flow through insulin signaling. This study also raises the possibility of re-evaluation of insulin dosing, both by amount and the frequency, to ascertain its impact on molecular components that protects tissues from damage beyond the maintenance of blood glucose level. Our colleagues from NCBS TIFR have shown that plant functional types that fix the atmospheric nitrogen have competitive advantage in nitrogen poor soils, but lose this advantage with increasing nitrogen supply. By contrast, addition of phosphorus, potassium, and other nutrients may benefit such species in low nutrient environments by enhancing their nitrogen fixing capacity. The investigation presented here was done on a global scale experiment covering 45 grassland from 6 continents. The chemist at the TIFR Hyderabad has found a possible substitute for silicon which is used in the semiconductor materials for electronic devices. They have taken a plastic material, which is not a conductor itself, but they have used chemicals added to this low conducting plastic material, turned this material into a better conductor of electricity, and that too with a very clean and extremely cheap process. The researchers further used this method in demonstrating the state-of-art non-silicon based solar cell, making the next generation semiconductor based devices commercially viable. Again, the chemists from TIFR Hyderabad are exploring new ways of storing solar energy, which is in high demand, and it has been demonstrated that the lithium-ion batteries can be recharged directly using solar light. Modification in the conventional 2-electrode lithium cell with a light entering window and a stable photoactive material as an electrode are shown to be delivering an energy storage device where the solar energy can be converted into a chemical energy. Chemists, again from the Colaba campus, have demonstrated the use of magnesium, both in nanoparticle and bulk form, to directly react carbon dioxide with water at room temperature and atmospheric pressure, forming methane, methanol, formic acid, without requiring external energy sources. The conversion of CO2 took place within few minutes at ambient temperature and pressure. The capture and conversion of CO2 to methane and methanol supply using water as a hydrogen source under ambient condition would provide optimal solution to reduce excess CO2 levels and would be highly sustainable. The chemists from TIFR Colaba campus have developed a visible light emitting novel molecular sensor for tracking autophagy in living cells. Autophagy is a cell's own recycled machinery. This ensures our well-being by degrading the unused cellular components and recycling essential nutrients. Hence, autophagy is a pro-cell process, and that provides immunity against microbes and helps slow down aging. The sensor made by this team spatiotemporally tracks the autophagy within living cells, can provide information on pathological conditions. Importantly, simple design of this sensor, combining short peptide with small dyes, along with the ease of applicability, should allow high throughput screening of therapeutics designed to treat diseases by manipulating autophagy. The scientists from GMRT, National Center for Radioastrophysics, have studied the newly discovered class of cosmic explosions, which is called AT2018 COW. This seems to have a patchy environment. This is the first discovery after the discovery of this radio explosion, the astronomical explosion, and the sources like this release enormous amount of energy, nonetheless fade extremely rapidly. This, along with extremely blue color, has led them being called fast blue optical transient, called FBOTs. And the team at NCRA has made the first observational evidence of an inhomogeneous emission from FBOT. Of course, the origin of FBOT is still under debate. I am also happy to announce on 22nd November last year, the Department of Atomic Energy and the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research announced the proposed establishment of state-of-the-art national analytical facility for nutrition and metabolism research that will be largely based in TIFR Hyderabad. This facility will enable both the biology researchers and clinicians to enhance the impact of their studies and act as a platform to foster collaborative research. This is the joint effort from TIFR, BRC, Center for Medical College in CMC, and also ICER and other institutions. The key feature of this facility are to facilitate research in nutrition and metabolism and support R&D effort to tackle non-communicable diseases and malnutrition in the country. Needless to say, this facility is the first of its kind in our country, and many good things are expected to come from this. Our Homi Bhabha Science Center for Education, the members there are tirelessly working and conducting very successful international Olympiad over the years. Even during this pandemic time in 2021, the Maths Olympiads was conducted by them, and India secured 1 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze medals. And in the Biology Olympiad conducted in Portugal, India has won 3 silver, 1 bronze in this Biology Olympiad. The Homi Bhabha Center is a unique institution, and I am glad that the center is now reaching out to the TIFR Hyderabad Center to develop another unit which will also work with Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education. I think the expansion of Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education is a must, and we must all support that. Vigyan Vidushi, an important program of TIFR in physics for first year MSc students, which is started in 2020, was again organized by TIFR Kolaba and HBCSE in June 2020. This had a huge success like in the last time. And this initiative was started to address the gender imbalance in physics, to provide opportunities and increase awareness of research areas among young women physicist students. Like in 2020, in view of the COVID pandemic, the program was conducted in the online format in 2021 also. I am happy to tell you that Vigyan Vidushi program was conducted by computer science and mathematics as well. And this is going to be one of the most important events in the years to come in TIFR. Finally, let me come to the main important decision which all of us have to take in the near future. The National Education Policy 2020 or NEP 20, which has been accepted by our government of India, and it is already in the process of implementation. The NEP does not encourage the existence of standalone autonomous institutions which have a narrow focus on postgraduate training in particular area, which in TIFR's case is the fundamental science. All the so-called deemed universities possibly will become doomed before 2024. So it's the NEP prescription for an institution like TIFR could either metamorphose into a multidisciplinary universities or join forces with other institutions to form an equivalent of a full university, imparting a liberal education where students will undergo basic training in a wide range of subjects, including science, humanities, and applications before they can specialize at their postgraduate level. So TIFR has to choose one of the options and transform itself before 2024. I'm sure that pan-TIFR discussions are already started. Needless to say, it will be a collective decision, and it is an important decision as far as our institute is concerned. I have touched upon some of the activities, milestone and achievement in the short time available, which is intended to bring out the essence of our activities. However, I would like to reiterate that TIFR and its activities are triumph of teamwork and cooperation. I acknowledge the hard work and cooperation from all my colleagues in achieving the goals and outputs mandated on us. However, All of us realize that these achievements could not have been made possible without the excellent support and untiring efforts of those who have worked behind the scene. These enablers include medical, administrative, and engineering services group. Special thanks to the landscape and cosmetic maintenance section who have maintained the lovely atmosphere of the Colaba campus and centers of TIFR. And in this context, I would like to state that because of the two cyclones in the successive years, we have lost many trees, and I am sure that our garden section would certainly make sure that we get back to the green ambience we had. In my 40 years, I have seen that the green cover of our campus have slowly diminishing. I think an urgent action would be required, and it is on the way to at least get back to our original shape where when I entered this institute as a graduate student. I also express my deep appreciation for TIFR staff of the security and fire services members for their commendable contribution towards ensuring safety and protection of TIFR. Let me also request my colleagues in these troubled times, we need to be very careful, both from the pandemic point of view and also the security issues. Please be vigilant and always wear masks. And this pandemic is not going to be over. We need to be extra careful. Thank you. Jai Hind.